Hello again and welcome back to Chesil. It's a beautiful late June evening and Chris and I have arrived here 6 o'clock in the afternoon and we're going to fish into the night and through to next morning. It's not been fishing particularly well recently, Chesil, so we made the decision not to come down any earlier. When it's like this, bright sunshine, I think you're just going to feed the crabs if you come down and fish during the heat of the day. But hopefully sometime between now and dark, the fish will come on the feed. We've got a 9:15 high, a bit of an easterly wind, which has flattened off the sea. And currently, I've got one rod, lug and squid, one rod, rag and squid, pulley pennels, size 6 Aberdeens. Hopefully we'll get some mackerel before dark to fish with during the night. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, it's just lovely to be out on such a beautiful place. And although the reports have been poor recently, anything could happen. It can switch on within the space of a day. So we're just hopeful that this is the day that it switches on. It's very warm. It's going to be sort of 23 degrees, I would think, at the moment. We just had a cast each, and already the baits have been stripped by crabs. Hopefully, if some smoothhound move in, that'll put the crabs off the feed. I mean, you'd like to think on a weather like this there's a chance of a place, but they're being very few and far between. We're casting onto sand, you can feel it when you're retrieving the lead. If you're going to be anywhere not catching fish, this is one of my favourite places to do it. So we'll see how we get on. Hopefully when you come back we can report a fish. So there's my bait at the moment. A couple of rag and a thin bit of squid. And the tide's starting to pull right to left now, so I'm not going to put the grips in. Hopefully it'll sort of drift down tide. And I'm also using a longer leader length so it wafts a bit more in the tide. Hopefully that will stop some of the spiders getting it. So hopefully that will just gently move down tide and that movement will attract something other than a crab. That's the theory. There we go. Let's see if that does anything. Well, first bite of the day. It's 7 o'clock in the evening. Good knock? Yeah. On lug? Who knows? Ooh. It's swimming, isn't it? Well, it's going, isn't it? Just be careful with it in that last wave. Yeah, just get that drag set properly, Chris. How long had that been out for? Oh, right. It's keeping its head down, isn't it? He's coming. Yeah, it's a smoothie. Well done, Chris. No. Yeah. They're beautiful fish, aren't they?
Oh, they are.
There you go, mate. Well then. Well done. Oh, that's alright. I'll get him. I'll get him. One coming off. Yeah, that's a good one. I just moved the lead. Just moved it. Definitely a smoothie.
You'll know it when he gets to this wave.
First initial run that's so good, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah.
It was quite a subtle bite and then it just moved off and you just thought, oh.
He's hit.
You got him? Well done, Chris. Well done, mate. Nice one. Oh,
Meaty.
they're so strong, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh. Pop him back. Well, it's 8:30 now, and we've had a flurry of activity with the Smoothound. Chris has had 2, I've had 1, and it's a gorgeous evening. We've taken a variety of baits. Chris has had 1 on lug and squid, and rag and squid on the other, and I've had mine on rag and squid. So prospects are good for a nice evening, I think. The old Smoothound really go well. They're great fun on light tackle, or even on a beach caster for that matter. This is just down the beach a bit further, trying for some mackerel for bait for later, so hopefully we can get a few. Let's see what happens. Good one? Yeah, that was good. Oh, it's right on the crab.
Ah, well done, very good. I knew it was good.
You grab them for me, Chris?
Yeah.
Still got your crab too.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oops. Another smoothie. That one was on a half a spider crab, which I put on. So that's good. Well, as the sun starts to set in the west, just got a Dexter wedge on to try and catch a mackerel for bait. They're a bit scarce. We've had a good last hour and a half. 2 smoothhound each. Oh, that's a mackerel, I think. Yeah, that's a mackerel. Hey! That was good timing. That feels like a big mackerel. I mean, frozen mackerel's alright, but you can't beat the good old fresh stuff. Cool. It always amazes me how well mackerel fight. And I've said it before, but if they average 4 or 5 pounds, oh, like mini tuna. We have bait for tonight. Thank goodness for that. Ooh, that's a proper fish. Nearly lost the rod there. I was down the bank trying to catch a mackerel. Just looked up and the rod was right over. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Quite a nice one by the look of it. Come on, baby. Another nice fish. Yeah, great fun. Alright, Macy, you're going back. I mean, they're not huge, but they are such good fun. Another smoothie. Yep, another nice smoothie. That's a lovely fish, Chris. So
Not
Chris,
bad.
so it's 1 o'clock in the morning and Chris has just caught a lovely bass on a mackerel head. Look at that, they're hanging out of its mouth. 5 yards out probably.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, well done, Chris. That's a lovely fish. It tore off, did it?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it didn't do it at all. Brilliant. Oh, that's well worth doing, isn't it?
Just don't want to get the second hook.
Yeah, no. Well done, mate. That's brilliant. I don't know. I think I missed it. Hell of a take. Mackerel head close in. Oh, there's a fish there. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's... I think there's a fish still there, Chris.
Great.
It did. tore off. Sorry mate, you were down the beach, I just picked it up. Look at that! I was convinced that was a bass.
Right, did you enjoy that?
Yeah. That tore off, didn't it? On a mackerel head.
No, strip of scad.
Oh, a strip of scad.
Yeah, that's the second one I've had on a strip of scad. You getting that on the bill?
I think so, yeah. Oh, the hook's come out, I think. Blimey. Yeah, the hook's come out.
Good shout. Probably the best.
Yeah. Well, it's 5 o'clock in the morning now, and the sun's about to come up very shortly. We've had a fantastic night. We had a smoothhound each early in the night before midnight, as well as strap conger, dogfish and pout. And then at 1 o'clock, as you saw, Chris caught a lovely bass, about 5.5 pounds, on a mackerel head just lobbed in the gutter. And then 4 o'clock this morning, on another close-in rod with a strip of mackerel on it, the ratchet tore off. Convinced it was another bass, and it turned out to be a big smoothhound. Amazing. So we've caught smoothhound on. Oh, hang on, is that a bite? Looks better. We've caught smoothhound on rag, lug, half a spider crab we put on there, and a side of fish. Ah, there we go. That's a fish. That's definitely a fish. Just chuck that out as well. It's got that hermit crab on it. I get a feeling once the sun comes up over the horizon, oh yes, that's a smoothie, that the fishing's going to die. Yeah, that's definitely a smoothhound. Just hanging there, not doing a lot. So make sure your drag's right for these boys. He's just hanging out there. Oh god, I'm nearly over Chris's line there. Come on. Here he comes. Not a very big one, but even so. Whoa! Bring him on this wave. There we go. I think that's my 7th smoothhound. So that's not too bad at all. And we wanted that hermit crab, look at that. It's so powerful. There we go, matey. So really, all in all, we've had a great time. Chesil has proven its worth yet again. No, the lack of mackerel is bizarre, isn't it?
Maybe the short one.
Maybe the tuna have eaten them all. Well, it's 6:15 now in the morning, and it's time for us to wend our way. The sun's just about to come up, and it's going to be a scorching hot day. It's going to be in the mid-20s at least, and we're not too keen on the long walk back to the car at Abbotsbury in that sort of heat. And I think if it's shown us anything today, it's just that never ever believe everything you ever hear about Chesil, because it can change overnight. You know, reports have been that it's been fishing badly, and it probably has been. But we've come down here, we've had fantastic sport. We've had 10 smoothhound, lovely bass, lots of other bits in the night. So we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. So just remains for me to say thank you again for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again in the not too distant future. Cheers then.